Hello and welcome to BQ Prime. You're watching Earnings with BQ, and my guest today is from RR Kabel, Mr. Rajesh Jain, who is the Chief Financial Officer of the company. Rajesh, thank you very much for joining us on BQ Prime. Let me come directly to the earnings. It's a good set of numbers on a year-to-year basis. You've done a healthy growth, not only in PAT but also in revenue. Uh, but on a quarterly basis, your EBITDA margins have been almost flat from 7.1 to 7.5%. Is that the normalized EBITDA margin levels that you see going forward?
Good afternoon, and thanks for hosting us. And see, if you see first, we have to see we have grown when we compare with H1 of last year to this year. And though on quarter of previous quarter Q1 versus Q2, it seems flattish, but there is good improvement in margins, and this we could have achieved based on the like there is good demand in realty sectors, and infrastructure is also doing very good.
Hmm.
So these margins are maintainable, and we keep improving in this because we are working towards improvement in margins as well as in growth of the business.
In on a top line basis, you ended the quarter at 1,609 crores, nearly 1,610 crores odd. Uh, is the growth which you achieved on a year-to-year basis? I know it's coming on a low base, but uh, going forward, how do you see the growth happening in Q3 and Q4? Is there enough demand coming from various sectors, especially with respect to wire and cable, which is 90% of your business?
So see, Indian economy is doing very good, and we have seen good growth not only in recent time, but we are also anticipating good growth in near future also. Looking to the way Indian middle class is growing, the way Indian economy is doing. And in green energy and with solar, a lot of investment coming in solar, EV. So there we see very good demand, particularly in wire and cable sector, and this will keep continuing. And particularly in second half, also traditionally what happens, second half always is good for this industry, and we are expecting the same growth to maintain and improvement.
Mm-hmm. Do you what kind of growth are you seeing in some of the key new segments that you have entered into? Solar, renewable energy, where you have seen that was a fresh new segment that you entered. What kind of volume growth are you seeing there? And can you give us a sense of also how raw material prices have moved in during the quarter?
So first we have to see that our growth mainly because since we started our journey from wire, and still we are very big in B2C sector, and majority of our revenue is coming from B2C only. But now we have increased our focus in power cable, industrial, special cable, which caters to this segment. So there we are. Our base is small, but still we are improving a lot. We are making new products, developing new products, new customers, as well as growth in export and domestic wire cable business also. And in terms of volume, again, we have grown by almost 30% when we compare year on year in this half of FY24.
Hmm. What about raw material prices? How has the
So,
prices moved?
so in this half, if we see the prices were more or less stable in all 6 months. Though if we see on weekly basis, there may be some fluctuation, but in longer range, it remains stable.
Mhm. Give me a sense of how the FMEG segment is doing, because on EBIT level it's loss making. When do you see it turning it around and being profitable from an EBIT level?
So we started this FMEG in RR Kabel in FY 29 or 2019 only. So we are quite young, and in this business, it takes some time to establish your business, looking to product and the type of nature of this business. And the if we compare this first half of this year was quite flattish or negative for the other industries or our other peers. But we have clocked a 20% growth in value in which is again very good. And we have improved in our profitability, though losses are still there, and we are expecting that we will be like in black by FY 25, what earlier also we have projected.
What is the kind of growth rate that you're expecting for FMEG business? Because you grew at decent compared to industry. How do you see the segment, taking off from here? Are there new markets that you're entering into?
So see this normally this industry is expected to grow at 10%, but if we talk about though our base is small, but still we are planning to grow at 30-35% in value basis in FMEG. And this growth will come by mix of First, we are making our distribution very strong. We are making good footprint in new areas and also new product. If you see, we are already available in lighting, fans, switchgear, and home appliances. So this is quite big segment. Industry sizes are very big, and we have good opportunities to grow at 30-35% in coming days.
Mhm. Uh, and in the wire and cable segment, you've been able to maintain a good market share. Have you been able to increase your market share in the second quarter beyond 7%?
So quarter to quarter, it is very tough to calculate the market share. But yeah, if you see recent past, we have always ahead of the industry growth, and we are also targeting to maintain that momentum, and will keep our growth better than industry base.
Hmm. What about distribution? Is there any, are you going to spend more on distribution in the coming quarters?
So distribution is always our strength, and we keep spending on advertising and growth of the business by investing in electricians, retail counters. So this will continue. Though now, as our base is increasing, so as a percentage, this expenses will come down. But our focus will be to make a strong distribution base and a strong brand presence all over country.
Hmm. Uh, Mr. Jain, in the last quarter, you came out with an IPO. New and it's the stock is trading much above the IPO price. I wanted to get a clarity on the issue expenses. In your notes to accounts, you have mentioned that issue expenses were to the 106.54 crores. It's more than 5.4% of the total issue size. Why is that very high for you?
Also, if you see, these are always in the range of 5 to 6%. If you will compare the size of IPO, like our IPO size was around 1980 crores, and it is always in the range of 5 to 6%. And since it is got distributed among the selling shareholders, so it will not have any impact on our.
No, I know,
Uh,
I know.
yeah,
There's only 90 odd lakhs which the company has to bore, and the
yeah, yeah,
remaining was taken care of by the selling shareholders. But I
yes.
still seems to be on a very high side as compared to other IPO and IPO expenses.
No, I have compared with the other peers of this size of project, and they are in range. See, there are hardly impact of 0.5%. So it is always in the range of 5 to 6%, what I have seen
Hmm.
in other companies' data.
How are you using the proceed 180 odd crores which you're raising, which you raised to fresh issue, uh, and where are we on that utilization?
So already we have used all the funds, like a major part which we have planned to repay our term loan and working capital loan. So 136 crore were used for that, and rest we used for general corporate purpose. And that already we have used the funds.
Okay, and what is the kind of debt now you have on the books
So see,
on a
a
gross
major
level and
now
a
we
net
do not
level?
have. So we do not have any term loan or so now all part is working capital loans only, and these are keep moving because on daily basis it keep changing. But was at gross level in the range of 650 to 700 crores, which includes LC creditors and everything.
Mhm.
And at net levels, it is in the range of 400 crores, which is good, very
and
good looking to size of our business.
and you've been able to reduce your receivable days.
Receivable days are in the range of 35 days, which are quite stable, but net working capital days we have improved a lot. And now at this September end, we are at around 65 days, which is like improvement from 74 days to 65 days.
And do
But
you plan
yeah,
to reduce it further?
so it may be not to go much further lower on side because this is a decent size of working capital, looking to the product range, the distribution network. So this is good size.
Mhm. Finally, sir, uh, what is the kind of capex plan that you have put in place? Can you share where are we on capacity expansion from your end?
So like we have capex plan of approx 500 crore in next 2 years, which is FY 24 and 25, and we are in line. So we are coming with expansion in our power cable facility, copper cable, PVC compounding, E-beam facility. So we are in line with our projections, what we have planned at the beginning of this financial year.
And it should come in by the end of FY 25 or 26.
FY 25 will majority of the things will be in place, and a few part maybe in FY 26, but majority of the things will come by March 25.
Mr. Jain, it was a pleasure talking to you today. Thank you very much for joining us on BQ Prime.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.